Oh my God, it's just relentless on my Facebook feed. Like, this is a pure attack on reason, a pure attack on. It's like meant to numb your cognitive thinking skills and to numb your sense of reality. Every time you're scrolling, these kind of ads come up. I don't know what ads are coming up on your Facebook, but this is what is just being pushed on me so hard by these people. And like I said yesterday, this company, Gaia, in 2022 alone, they made $80 million. That's what we found yesterday on the program here. $80 million these guys made in 2022. And they're a publicly traded company on the stock market. And that has to make you nervous. Like, what kind of religious truth is being publicly traded at the stock market? That's a really healthy question. Anyways, these guys, their ads keep coming up, and they're just hilarious to me. So here's this Riz Mirza. Finally, we get to talk to Master Trance Channel Psychic Medium and Shaman. He's a shaman too. Oh, of course he is. Okay, yeah, that's always. The bonus, $739 worth of bonuses, but your price, it's always the very top of their thing. Always the very top. Their number one thing they're trying to do here is sell. They don't offer any knowledge, any insight, any spiritual truth off the top here. This is an advertisement. It's all about trying to make money. It's all about trying to get your money. It's all about trying to get those investors who are in the stocks, have the stocks in Gaia in their pockets. They're all trying to make sure that you are given every opportunity to fork over your money. And people tell me, well, this is what someone told me. Think critically, they said to me today about this as they blocked me. And then went and probably lined up to dump their wallet upside down to these fucking assholes. Okay, gift cards at $20, higher guidance for your evolution, whatever that means. Riz Mirza's going to trance channel. He's going to go in. Hey, that's just me making sounds. He's going to go into some weird noise, and he's going to channel ancestors from the stars. And okay, let's find out. What are they saying in today's advertisement?
You're going to start being publicly introduced in open contact to extraterrestrials.
You're going to start publicly being introduced. Here's a promise. I mean, how many times have you been watching, what was that show that used to be on TV all the time? Oh, it was so terrible. He was like this minister, and he used to say the craziest stuff. Oh, I got to think of his name there. It was like the craziest. And every month it was like a new time for the end date. It's like the apocalypse will come. Jesus will return on this date. And now to my wife, Priscilla. And it was like skinny, weird wife. Like, thank you very much. I think his name was Jim or something. And they always looked but it was always this weird promise. In 5 years, you're going to start seeing the extraterrestrials. So you give them your money now. In 5 years from now, they'll have your money, and you still won't have the extraterrestrials.
Within the next 5 years.
In the next 5 years.
Our work here is not to become spiritual. It's to become conscious.
The work's to not become spiritual. It's to become conscious. So, mumbo jumbo. So, like, what does spiritual mean? That's already like a really vague statement. I consider myself spiritual, yet I'm an atheist, right? I'm a practicing martial artist. I'm in love with planet Earth and the universe. I consider myself spiritual, but I'm essentially an atheist, or at least at the very least an agnostic. People ask me, Joey, is God real? I say, I don't care. It's not relevant to my experience here on Earth.
Creators, you have the universal energies, the quantum field at your disposal.
There they go. They always try to play on that quantum field thing, And again, these are people who cannot do math. I'm sure none of them went to university and have a master's or majored in or have a doctorate in quantum science. Okay, these people don't know how to do the basics of physics. They don't know how to do calculus. They never took even pre-calculus, I'm sure. I'm sure that woman is not a mathematician.
We're all channelers. You are all channeling something.
All channeling something is vague. Vague statements, channeling something, interconnected energies, vague statements.
You have the capacity to expand your consciousness. You have chosen to dive into this ocean because you knew that you could discover something profound, a part of a great galactic change. Why?
If you want to discover something profound, you got to work for it. It's, are you really going to believe these guys? The aliens have contacted this guy and said, you know what? You are the person we choose to be our medium. And what you must do is try to make $80 million a year. That's what we require. Why do the aliens, why do these special spiritual leaders, if they're such spiritual leaders, if they're so high above us, why do they need this wealth? Why do they need this power? Why do they need this ego boost to stand there and pretend that they have something you don't have? So these are narcissists that may or may not believe in what they're saying.
Why do you think there are so many UFOs around your planet?
So sometimes we are afraid of change because our cycle is ending.
No, I'm not afraid of change because my cycle is ending. I'm not afraid of change at all. I welcome change. I welcome new knowledge that's actual knowledge. I welcome information that actually improves my understanding of the universe. The thing is, like I said before, I got 1,000 books on the shelf over there. You want knowledge, it takes time and commitment. You need 10,000 hours of study to become master at anything. You want to become really good at things, it takes commitment. And people go to work and they're busy and they got kids on the go and they want to join into something that makes them feel like they have the answers, that they're moving in a better direction. And there's a little bit of a comfort food to that, whether it's real or not.
To love yourself enough, everything changes.
If you love yourself enough, everything changes.
Your humanness, you are blessed by it.
It's coming to an
Spelled
imminent
humanness
point. Do
wrong.
not deprive anyone of the gifts you have to share.
I don't think humanness is even a word. If it
You're
is,
going to
oh my God, these people. But here we go. 411 shares, man. 7,000 likes. And these are people that are trying to tell you that they speak to aliens. The chosen ones can help, who adapt and who do more. Welcome with love and light. My body has so many chills watching this. That's weird. We've seen amazing UAPs in the form of orbs lately. I'm beyond grateful. What the heck? I'm connected to several species of grays and a hybrid. They are real. Bashar always gives so much wisdom. Love him always. Bashar is the alien that they speak to. These guys that they channel Bashar. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. It's amazing you start waking up and changing how much insight and spirituality you have. Yes, believe in UFOs. We have 20 sightings of bright disappearing lights. Yeah, it's like if this was true, how come there's no evidence? How come there's no solid, concrete fact? How come people still are saying, you know what? I'm still waiting for you to prove to me. Still waiting for you to prove. My mind's open. I believe the universe is very large and it's probably full of life. In fact, I think the matrix of life comes a lot easier than people think. There's probably life within our own solar system underneath the ice on Titan or some moon like that. The building blocks of life are there, but the conditions for a civilization to arise are difficult, and to stay arisen is difficult. Most civilizations probably don't make it much past the stage we're at now, and we're in danger of not making it past it. We're setting up, and this is what concerns me. We got these people talking about all this flaky stuff in the UFOs, and meanwhile, our problems are here on Earth. Our problems are billionaires like Elon Musk trying to take over. Our problems are the rich, which these guys are trying to join. They're trying to join the club of the rich. People are really buying this stuff, and it's distracting us away from the real problems of starvation, of the potential of a world war about our horizon, the treatment of people at the hands of the government now in the U.S., the treatment of our own poor and homeless in Canada, the treatment of our indigenous people, the treatment of people of different sexual orientations and backgrounds. I'd love for someone to admit the earth is flat. The one that can answer all the questions, refute all the lies. The truth needs to come out about everything. I'm so tired. Chandra's tired of the earth is not flat, Chandra. Yeah, thank you, Lisa Johnson. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for clearing that up, says Chandra Bacchus. Yeah, well, fuck you. You're wrong. The earth's not flat, fool. We know that. I would even house a xenomorph if I could go to space with aliens. What the fuck? These people are out of this world. And so this is what's happening is the situation's so dramatic and so terrifying and traumatic. There's so much suffering going on. There's so much corruption. There's so much evil, actual, real evil that needs to be organized against, fought against, spoken out against. And these people have nothing to say about it. In fact, they're trying to turn their heads away from that evil, trying to distract you in such a way that you can't see the very real problems right in front of you, the very real injustice that you live in every day. Instead, it's more of accept the system as it is because the aliens are going to save us. And that's the way a lot of Christians are now, too, especially in the United States, where Christianity has become this very toxic force for politics. I was watching yesterday Trump's advisor, this Christian pastor, saying that America should be for Christians and not for Muslims and Hindus and Jews. And, what he's saying is very fascistic, terrifying, racist, scary stuff. And he's, from the love of God. Aren't you a minister? Aren't you supposed to be talking about the love of God? And if you're talking about the love of God, why aren't you talking about the injustice? Why aren't you talking about the actual reality that people live in instead of just trying to give them some flaky bullshit that's quick and easy? It's quick and easy. All still in the illusion. Weird, They just slap illusion on anything. They slap illusion on anything. Well, they are stuck in the delusion. Oh, yeah. They can take back a few of their flock who've gone rouge. Some people have gone rouge, apparently. They call themselves leaders. Possibly a probe. They're already here. I think everything is just random. Chaos theory. We live and die, nothing more or less. Corey Brist is probably the closest person to being actually correct here. If we don't experience open contact, Bashar is getting canceled. Yeah, you're not going to experience open contact. Bashar isn't real. This is a bullshit. It's as expensive as an Amazon subscription. That's right. It's shameless. This is shameless money grabs. It's just shameless money grabs. And what's funny, though, so we'll take one last second here and let's look at their actual website. Because, they have their weird alien website, like Gaia Unexplained, but then they have this one, too. 3.2 million likes, 3.7 million followers. Oh, my God, that's so crazy. So they say a whole bunch of stuff that's, kind of true. Stuff that I can get behind. And this is the real knowledge they have to impart on you, actually. This is what they have to offer, and they offer it for free on their website on these memes here. And I endorse these things. This is my philosophy here. This is what a psychiatrist would tell you, a psychologist would tell you. This is what your doctor would tell you. They'll tell you to do these things and to embrace these things. These are healthy things. Unrushed time. I feel that. I don't rush. In fact, I always leave early. I always arrive exactly when I intend to. I'm always about 5 minutes early, and people are always surprised by that. I went through 45 years of not having a cell phone until last year. I never had a clock on me, and I always just had this way of being on time. And that part of that was just leaving early, getting ahead of time, being like, well, I guess if I need to be there then, I should start leaving by this time. Therefore, I should start getting ready well ahead of time, And so I'm not ever in a rush. I don't need to be. I live in a town of 200 people up in the mountains. That's 80 kilometers from the next town. You got to go 80 kilometers to a grocery store. Nobody in Wells is in a rush. That's not what we do here. Vibrant health, absolutely. A peaceful mind, absolutely. I meditate. I take care of myself, especially now in my sobriety, which I achieved through not going to AA meetings or having anybody tell me that I needed somebody else's help. I didn't buy into the idea that I am weak and I'm an alcoholic forever. I didn't buy into these ideas that I'm always going to be an addict now, so I need to go here and have these people control me in any way or be accountable to strangers. No, I'm accountable to myself. I decide I'm going to be sober now for 56 months. I believe it is now. I've done that as of March 13th. 56 months without drinking. I changed my life. I did go to a behavioral therapist that was provided at the hospital here in Quesnel. The CBT was really good, cognitive behavioral therapist, and helped me see where the trauma began with me and helped me to start addressing it. Slow, mindful mornings. I've been doing that, sitting around here criticizing these guys. Yeah, that's right. I had a great mindful morning, drinking coffee and laughing. The freedom to explore, absolutely. And that's a right. That should be a right. This isn't a luxury in life. That's not a luxury. Freedom to explore isn't a luxury. So the freedom to travel, the freedom to move, the freedom to that is a human right. Rest without guilt, that's, having some self-care, some understanding that when I need to rest, I need to rest. Some deep, rejuvenating sleep. Those two go together. Calm, simple days. That's me. I haven't spoken physically to a human in 2 days. Hasn't been anybody. I haven't spoken. There's been no one in my space. I haven't gone out to talk to anybody. I just had calm, simple days. Actually, not true. I went for lunch at Diggy's yesterday, even though I couldn't afford it. I needed to get out. So anyways, that was part of my calm, simple day. Soul nourishing conversations. This is healthy relationships, being surrounded by those you cherish, soul nourishing, knowing you're deeply beloved. So these are all the same things put together. Sure. So this is the stuff that Gaia is selling you that it's not for sale at all. It's right there, and it's stuff that doctors would agree with, and stuff that psychiatrists would agree with, and anybody who's in counseling and cognitive behavioral therapy would say, yeah, these are great things. It's some self-care, really having some compassion on yourself and taking care of yourself. These are all truisms. They're all really important things, and then having some boundaries so that you don't have people who are toxic draining you in your life and not wasting your time on things that don't suit you. That's something I'm very good at, and I'm not interested in something going on out there. People are having some conversation, and I don't care anymore. I just get up and leave. I don't care. I don't care about the shit everybody's on about. I just do what I do, and I'm having a happier experience because of that. Although a little bit disconnected socially. Homemade meals made with love, absolutely. Hey, homemade food's usually good for you, and like you take that mindfulness and that time. It's like a meditation to cook good food and then to eat it. And it should be taken that way. People just rush through food and get a burger, stuff it in your mouth, keep driving to the next thing. But here's where their whole thing breaks down, the real luxuries, because the real luxuries in life aren't things. They're experiences, connections, and inner peace. Oh, is that the case? Well, then why does your company need to make $80 million a year? If the real luxuries are other things. So here's the disconnect, right? The real luxuries are these things, all these wonderful things in life. So you've already sold them the answer to good mental health and a sense of being and feeling valued and whatnot in life, and having a life that's beneficial to you. They just gave it away for free. But if you pay them, they can give you a bunch of other crazy bullshit, go further down their weird rabbit hole. So things that raise your frequency. My first Wing Chun teacher talked about frequencies a lot. I never liked it. I didn't care for it. It's a very vague thing that is subjective. You can convince yourself you're feeling higher frequencies. It's like some sort of therapeutic state you put yourself into. I'm on a higher frequency now. And there's sort of the narcissism that goes along with that. Like, I'm on a higher frequency than other people. Ooh. So if you remove the word frequency and put the word mental health there and get rid of this new age code language, gratitude, focus on what you have. Sure. That's perfect. Yeah. I mean, I'm very happy with my life as it is in many, many ways. Maybe I struggle to get by, and I struggle because I'm saying things that people don't want to hear. It's not profitable to say what I'm saying. That's why I'm so thankful for all your support in the channel here, and all the donors and patrons and whatnot, and everybody who's gives all the encouraging words and helps share the videos and get them around, because all you subscribers, you're what helps me have the very little I've had. I've helped me build this channel that I want to build. Nonetheless, there's not $80 million in profit, what I'm saying. In fact, I'm shooting myself in the foot every time I make these videos, because people unsubscribe, people get mad, people get upset, because I'm challenging their assumptions about the world, and challenging things that maybe they don't want to be challenged on. Nature, yeah, vitamin D is good for you. That's clinically true. It's provable. Nature's, of course, you can have bad experiences in nature. I've had some bad experiences out there. Nature can turn on you. So it's in order to have a good time in nature, the more skill you have, and the more ability to have communion with it. But people, they get out there one time every couple months to go and take a walk in the woods, and they feel in connection with nature. Beware how much of that is you putting that on yourself, because how connected are you? Well, that girl we reported on yesterday, she picked up the wombat baby because she thinks she's connected with nature, and instead she possibly harmed the thing, and it didn't do her social media empire any good. So high vibe music. I make music. I know how to control a room by standing there and playing and presenting myself in a way that has this magical feeling to the people in the room. It's something that I put on. It's very real, but it's part of a shared experience that people are having in the room at a time. And music does help you. It's good for you. Sure. Nourish your body with good food and have authentic joy. I mean, all this stuff sounds reasonable. It all sounds reasonable. And if that's the truth, why do they need $80 million? What's the point behind all? Why aren't they just giving away this supposed knowledge? And that's the truth. When I look about my own Wing Chun Kung Fu, I like what Sifu Kaufman said to me one of the days. He's like, there's no special knowledge I have to impart. Everything's just about how far are you willing to push yourself further down? How deep are you willing to explore? How much effort are you going to put into your progress as a student? That's the little bit. There's no secret knowledge. There's no, the dreaded death tap, like in Kill Bill or something like that. No, Wing Chun doesn't have that. If you want to get better and better, though, and have increasingly what might seem like superhuman strength, it's all up to you, a superhuman power to do things. I mean, that's all up to you. You got to ground yourself deeply in the physics of the system and the mechanical motion of the human body. That's what Wing Chun's really concerned about, is your mechanical motion. What is the most true to the human physiology is our movements and whatnot. Anyways, I digress. We're not trying to teach you any special secret knowledge. There's no, keep paying me money and eventually I'll give it to you. Everything I'm going to give to you, I'll give it to you right here for free. Why don't you check out my interviews with Sifu Kaufman coming up right here in a second on the YouTube channel, Joey on the Caribou Weather Dude YouTube channel. Hit like, share, subscribe. I will have some forecasts later for you tonight or tomorrow morning, something like that. This is kind of a quiet period, and we just had so much crazy weather, I don't want to necessarily go on about it today. Just need a mental break. Sifu Kaufman right here is interviews my Wing Chun teacher in Hong Kong, and he talks about some stuff that'll blow your mind if you watch through all 16 videos. I feel like John and I are way overdue for a conversation. I keep saying it, and I got to do it. Just got to do it. Just got to buckle down and do the hard work and call a brilliant man and ask him questions about the world. Okay. Anyways, that's my best I can do for you. Hit like, share, subscribe. Tell you all what you don't want to hear sometimes. I'm sorry. It's not profitable for me, but it's what I'm here to do. Okay, bye now.